Let us discuss the next question. This is from 2024. Which of the following statements are correct about the Constitution of India? Statement 1. Powers of the municipalities are given in the Part 9A of the Constitution. Statement 2. Emergency provisions are given in the Part 18 of the Constitution. Statement 3. Provisions related to amendment of the Constitution are given in the Part 20 of the Constitution. So on one side we have the different parts of the Constitution, and the other side we have the different provisions that are contained in that particular part of the Constitution. Generally what used to happen was, we used to get questions on the schedules and the provisions of the respective schedules. We used to get a match the following question, but this time we got a question on the parts of the Constitution and the provisions which are there in that particular part. Statement 1 is indeed talking about the powers of municipalities which are contained in the Part 9A of the Constitution. So this is correct. Also, the emergency provisions are contained in the Part 18 of the Constitution. So this is also correct. The provisions related to amendment of the Constitution are covered in the Part 20 of the Constitution. So this is also correct. Which of the following statements are correct? All are correct. So answer will be D, 1, 2 and 3. Now let us look at the in-depth explanations. Part 9A, it was inserted through the constitutional amendment. So that is why it is 9A, if you can observe, because there was Part 9 and later on we added the Part 9A. So the 74th Constitutional Amendment Act of 1992, it inserted the Part 9A of the Constitution, and it has the provisions with respect to the local self-government at the urban level, including the municipalities. The emergency provisions are indeed contained in the Part 18 of the Constitution, which will empower the central government to address any extraordinary situations which arise. And we have 3 different types of emergencies. Part 20 has the provisions with respect to the amendment of the Constitution. So that is why all of these were correct. And Parliament, by using its constituent power, the Constitution gives the Parliament to make laws. By using the same laws, by using the same power which is given by the Parliament can use the powers to amend the Constitution by way of addition, variation or repeal. They can add something to the Constitution, they can change something in the Constitution, or they can repeal some particular articles or provisions from the Constitution. So the power to constituent also involves the power to add something, vary something or repeal something. So that is the amendment power of the Constitution. In fact, these 3 words, the addition, variation or repeal, are asked as a question in a different question. So here it is important for us to see what are all the important parts of the Constitution on one side and what is mentioned in those parts and the different articles which are pertaining to that part. Part 1 is Union and its territory. In 2 we have citizenship. Part 3 is important because it has fundamental rights. Part 4 is important because it has DPSPs. And we have Part 4A because fundamental duties were not there originally in the Constitution. They were later on added through an amendment. That is why if you see here, we have till Article 51 and 51A is added to fit in between those articles. So that is why we have 4A here. Then 5 is with respect to union. Then 6 is respect to the states. And again the important ones are 8 is with respect to the union territories. 9 is with respect to the panchayats. 9A is with respect to the municipalities. 9B is with respect to the cooperative societies. And 10 is with respect to the scheduled and tribal areas. Again, the important part here is the emergency provisions and the amendment provisions. And the other important part is the relationship between the union and the states. Also, tribunals and elections are also important. So you can pause the video and read the different parts. Coming back to the question, because all the 3 statements are correct, D is the answer.